Hey everyone, this is Pastor Neil from Trinity. I hope you're doing well today. As you probably know, today is Giving Tuesday. If you're like me, you're receiving a lot of messages from organizations and institutions asking for your support. There are two things I know about the requests I'm getting, and I'm guessing that it's the same for you. These organizations and institutions are doing good work, and you would like to support them, but you can't support them all. This means that you will have to make decisions about how you will use your financial resources so that they will have the greatest impact and make the biggest difference. You won't be surprised that I'm asking you to include Trinity in your plans for generosity today and in the days ahead. As you sort through all of the requests you're getting and make decisions about your end of the year giving, I want to share with you my top 7 reasons for giving to God through Trinity Church. I'm going to count down from 7 to 1. Number 7, God uses our generosity to accomplish miracles and answer the prayers of others. I believe God uses our generosity to change lives, both inside and outside the walls of the church, through Trinity's community outreach and mission programs, and through the mission and ministry of the UMC around the world. Number 6, God uses our generosity to provide formative ministry programs for children and youth. I know how important it is to you that we share our faith with our children and our children's children and walk with them in their life journey. Your generosity supports Trinity's programs for children and youth, from children's worship to youth group, from preschool to scouts. Hundreds of children and youth grow in their faith every year through Trinity's programs. Number 5, God uses our generosity to provide resources for us to grow in our relationship with God. From worship to Bible study, from prayer group to fellowship time, we grow closer to God and closer to each other as we participate together in the life of Trinity Church. Your generosity makes that possible. Number 4, giving generously is a way to practice trusting God as we grow in our faith. I believe that giving tithes and offerings to God through the church is a spiritual discipline, like praying and reading the Bible and attending worship. Giving to God through the church impacts the lives of others, but it also changes our lives. Number 3, giving is an act of obedience to God. The Bible is clear that giving tithes and offerings is an expectation. When we say that Jesus is our Lord, we are acknowledging that God knows best. And that makes giving an act of obedience. Number 2, giving to God helps keep our lives in order by putting God first. When we tithe, we give the first 10% to God. One of the reasons for tithing is not only to obey God, but to make sure we keep God first, that God gets first place in our lives. After all, Jesus tells us that wherever our treasure is, that our hearts will be there as well. And that leads to number 1. Giving brings joy. I don't know about you, but I want to increase the level of joy in my life. And I've discovered that doing something for others and being generous are 2 surefire ways to experience more joy. And I think you'll find the same thing. That's my list. I hope it's helpful. As you consider your plans for generosity, I hope you'll keep them in mind. The Giving Tuesday community believes that radical generosity has the power to change the world, and I think they're right. If you and I dare to practice radical generosity, there is no limit to what God can do through Trinity Church. And as I like to say, that is good news. I hope you are generous today, and I hope you have a great week. Take care.